Hi, my name is John Thompson. I am one of the school board members for Parkview. And this spring, Parkview School District has placed an operating referendum on the April 2nd ballot. And I'm here with Dr. Wayne Anderson, who is our interim superintendent. And we'd like to share with you today about how we are trying to communicate with the residents of the school district so they can be informed about what is included in the referendum. So, Wayne, the first question I've got for you is what is being done to tell people about the referendum?
I think what we have done so far to make people aware of it is at the very beginning when I came in, I let people know through a weekly blog of the changes that they would notice in the school district because the last of referendums failed. And then we sent out some surveys to ask people, here are some things that we're thinking about putting into an operational referendum, but we'd like your opinion on which ones you would support and which ones you wouldn't support. We then took that information and had conversations with the Board of Education to try to come up with a question. And what I've been doing is writing weekly blogs that deal with some of the specific parts of what we were thinking about, the results of the surveys. And now, since the board has passed the referendum question, I'm writing a series of weekly blogs that tell people in specific detail, here's what each of these categories mean, here's why we think it's important, here's how it's going to help in the district. And Tracy Case and I are also now planning during the months of February and March to go out to most of the village meetings so that we can make presentations and answer questions.
Awesome. So why is the district trying to get this information out so early? Because it's like January outside, it's snowing, it's supposed to snow tonight. The referendum question doesn't come up until April 2nd.
Well, and remember, April 2nd is only 2 months away. So to make sure that people have the information they need to make an educated decision. One of the things that I wanted to make certain happened with this referendum is that people realize if we ask for a certain amount of money, what will that money go for? So they know exactly, if you approve the referendum, here are the things that we're going to use that money for. And also to say, if the referendum doesn't pass, here are the things that we won't be able to do next year that we're doing this year. So it's trying to make sure that all of the questions that people have are answered. And it takes a fair amount of time because as I make some presentations, it brings up additional questions. And we want to make certain that every question that people have, we've done our very best job to answer that question.
Awesome. So what are some of the referendum components that you're going to be talking about in the upcoming blogs?
Well, the first one I started a week ago was on staffing needs. So when the last referendum failed, we had to cut about $1.1 million. Several of those items were staffing items. So we have worked hard to determine what is it that we think would benefit people going forward in the area of staffing. Some were restoring some of the staffing items that had been cut. Some were to add additional items, especially at the junior and senior high, to give additional opportunities to kids. So I wanted to explain that. This week I'm actually working on what the fringe benefits are for our paraprofessionals. So I'm trying to take each component and breaking it down so that I can answer more questions in detail rather than just an overview. And then I'll go back and as we get closer, probably in the month of March, I'll send out a trifold that has, here's what our question is, here's exactly what we're going to use the money for, here's what will happen if the referendum doesn't fail, so that people, again, just get exposure over and over so they truly have an understanding about why this referendum is important, what will happen if it passes, but what will happen also if it fails.
Okay. What if someone says, could you come and talk to our local organization, like we meet on a monthly basis? Is that possible for someone to do that?
Yes, I'm more than happy. In fact, I put out a blog early, I think it was probably in late September, early October, that if people even wanted me to attend and come to their neighborhood and meet in a house, have coffee, cookies, and talk about the referendum or other things that dealt with the school district, I'd be willing to do that. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, Tracy Case and I, Tracy is our business manager, are going to go to the various townships to meet with the boards and answer their questions and any people in the audience. But if somebody else has a group or even, people in the neighborhood, if I don't have a meeting, I'm more than happy to come out and answer any questions I can.
Okay, great. So what if someone misses a certain blog topic and they wanted to know about that? Is there a way for them to find that again and and see that? Are those archived somewhere?
Yes, if you go to our website, which is www.parkview.k12.wi.us, there's an area that has all of my blogs since the very first one, so you can access what my latest blog is, but it also gives the title of all my previous blogs, so you can go back and access those. And if you can't find it, just give me a call, and I'll either send you a copy or answer the questions.
Okay. And suppose someone has some specific questions, like how can they ask those questions? Who would they talk to?
I always like to be the person to talk to so that I can, because I probably have the most information going forward. You can contact me if you email me, is probably the best, and that's at wanderson@email.parkview.k12.wi.us. You can also find that on our website. If you email me the question, then what I will do is I'll email you a response. But you can also call me. You can stop in and talk with me. I try to be accessible, so any way that's most comfortable for you, I'll make it most comfortable for me.
Okay, awesome. So thanks, Wayne. I hope this information has really helped everyone know all the ways that you can find out more about our April 2nd referendum. And we really appreciate it that you took the time out of your day just to watch this. So if you do have any questions, you could post them in the comments. We'll kind of monitor those. You could send that email to Dr. Anderson. You could come to a school board meeting and talk with us there and hear about what's going on at Parkview, or just give Wayne a call. He'd love to talk with anyone that has any questions. So please be sure and vote on April 2nd, and thank you for being here today, and have a great day.